Well, hello everybody. I'm just working on a track of mine, just adding some little keyboard parts. I just thought I might film this because it may well be of interest to some people. Anything when I'm going to sort of try to go into a bit more detail, I'm going to use another camera that I've got here. It's not a phenomenal quality, and it's well, I'm not really set up to do multiple screen videos because I'm not a videographer. I'm just somebody who's just trying to record music. So here we go. Let's dive in and have a look and see what I'm doing. Okay. Righty-ho. Hopefully you can hear this okay. I've got a track here called Left Behind. Let me play a little bit of it. Hopefully you can hear this okay. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is, I've got a bit here. I'm trying to avoid putting too many keyboards on some of these songs I'm working on at the moment. A friend of mine on the internet, Dave Faulkner, he had a sort of a good idea really. Played a sample, put a sample on Facebook, and he said, you know, best to be careful not to sort of over egg the mix as such. So I've kind of got used to listening to some of these songs. There's only 3 songs I'm working on at the moment. I've got used to them being quite sparse and not much keyboards, apart from the synths and some keyboard parts I've played. So thinking about it, I quite like the way they sound. So they do need just beefing up a little bit for EQ reasons, like lower, mid and bottom end, just so it sounds a bit better. A bit like you'd have with a sort of like a heavy metal guitar, a really big rock sounding guitar. You know, a lot of the beef, the low end, the sort of the power in that guitar is actually from the bass guitar, and maybe even from the kick drum. So all isn't always as you think it is with music. I mean, I don't know anything, let's get that straight, but you know, you sometimes need to have a bit of a pad or some keys operating in the sort of lower mid area, sort of I don't know, 100 to sort of 500 to 800k, something like that, hertz. You might not hear it, but you can certainly feel it, and it'll reinforce the sort of overall sort of balance of the EQ of the track. So I think that's it. I think that's the way I see it. Okay, so I've got this bit here where if I just play the drums and the bass at the beginning, you have this bit. Let me play a bit of keyboards as well. I've got synth parts that I've played, just basic MIDI, and I've converted them to WAVs, so here we are. Got a bass sound there, look. Got some bass guitar as well there. Let me turn the synth off. Just drums and bass. This is Chris on bass, and a guy called Phil on drums. Not bad. Okay, so I want to kind of beef up the beginning here. Now, I did actually record a little bit not long ago, before I watched a bit of telly for about 10 hours as usual. So I was trying to find, I want something to beef up this part. So it beefs up the sort of the kick, or the kick and the bass. So I think I kind of came across, I opened up one of my synths. I've got this I think it's called an MG1 via what's the name of the company? Cherry Audio, I think. Cherry Audio. Yeah, Cherry Audio, cherryaudio.com. They do a lot of sort of the classic sort of synths. I'm not a big synth guy. I don't really know much about synths. I know a little bit, but I'm no expert, and normally refer to sort of wizards that I know, like Nigel Hopkins and some other guys who know a lot more than I do. I don't know anything. But Cherry Audio, they're a good synth company, soft synth company. They're good in the fact that they do kind of quite cost-effective versions of lots of synths. So you can go to like Arturia and get like a Jupiter 8, and it probably costs I don't know. Let's have a look. Arturia, great sounding sort of products, but they're not cheap. Let's look at their sort of Jupiter 8. Where is it? Jupiter 8. Jupiter 8, okay. I think oh, here we go. €199, so it's not cheap. I actually do have the Cherry Audio version of that, which I think is their, let's have a look. They call it, oh no, this is the Juno 6, is it Juno 6? Yeah, I think it's a Juno 6. Get the names wrong, I get everything wrong. I can't even get my own name right half the time. Juno 6, yeah, so the Juno 6 with Arturia, which is a great quality product, €199. The Juno 6 on Cherry Audio is probably about €30 or something. $25. Now Nigel Hopkins, fantastic, well-known professional keyboard player. This guy was in John Lord's band. He was playing second keyboard with John Lord, so he's not bad. He's not bad. He put me onto Cherry Audio, and actually, I think in this track, I think this arpeggiated bit, which you can hear here. Where is it? Wherever it is. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, that bit there. That's actually the Cherry Audio Juno 6 version for $25. I would have bought the the Arturia version, but kind of like, I've wasted so much money on musical equipment and software that I've had enough now, so I'm going cheap. And it doesn't really matter sort of what you use, it's all about the creativity, is it not? And just doing music, doesn't matter if it doesn't sound like the latest, greatest, technically perfect sounding recording known to man. It's just about doing tracks and putting it online, who cares? It's just about making music, isn't it? So anyway, back to the riveting session here. So I've got this Cherry Audio MG1. It's probably based on something like a Moog or something, isn't it? Probably. So I've got that sound. Now this will reinforce the low end with the bass guitar. So if I play a bit of the track. So I'm just going to play here like just those two. That's all I'm doing. Hopefully I'll play it in time in a second. I'm right-handed, so if we play that with the bass guitar, and I'll turn the bass synth up. Now, Okay, I'm actually just going to record the parts there that I need. So here we go. Using my right hand. I'm in record mode. I'm going to keep going. This is the verse with the guitar. Lovely bass playing there from Chris. Here's the chorus. I mean, I've got some strings here actually. Oops, should have gone back in. I'm not sure about those strings yet, but goes back into that bit again, so got to record a bit more. Second verse. Yeah, I think I missed a bit there. No idea what happened there. The camera seemed to stop recording, so I don't know where it stopped recording. So what's the point of doing this if I don't know where the camera stopped? It's utter nonsense, isn't it? How can I check that? Anyway, I'm going to do another bit again. I'm going to do the same bit again. So I have a, I've got a synth bass here. I'll turn it up a little bit. I'm turning up the wrong thing. There you got the synth bass. I'm going to loop it. And then we've got the real bass here as well. I'm going to mute, hang on. That's Chris's bass. And here's the synth bass. I'll turn it down. Here we go. Now, I'm not totally sure what whether the parts I played on the synth bass, the MIDI, is totally probably lined up. I'll probably alter that by hand along with the actual bass guitar, or might compress it. Might compress the bass or compress synth bass so that, or the kick drum, so that one takes priority. But here's the EQ for the synth bass. I'm using the other camera now, so there it is in blue. That's the synth bass. I've taken out, you know, a good sort of 5 or 6k dB of around about 100, 110, and then I've boosted around about 400 or 420. Now this is because if I select the bass mix, you'll see here that the bass guitar is basically sort of operating in very similar frequencies as the synth bass. So what I've done is I've cut a little bit from 400 off the Chris's electric bass, and then I've boosted a little bit of 400, 420 on the synth bass. And then here, because the actual electric bass is very prominent at sort of about between 100 and 120 hertz, I've I'm on the synth bass. I'm cutting out around about 110. Quite a wide cue. So there's space for both the synth bass and the Chris's electric bass. And then the kick drum shouldn't get sort of too messed up with that, because we might just high pass it anyway. And if the kick drum gets a little bit sort of muddy here with the low end stuff, then we'll just I'll just basically sort of remove the synth bass and some of Chris's bass. I'll high pass it so it kind of cuts out some of the frequencies where the kick drum is, and it'll make it clearer. Well, I'm going to stop here just so that the camera doesn't stop working.